put you on video. Hey, I just told this mother right here, I don't want no free inspection. He asking my personal business in my yard, dog. And then I said,
which is
bro,
not a crime.
But hey, I told you I don't want no free inspection, bro.
That's true.
So what you keep asking me questions for?
Well, I'm not asking questions anymore.
I told, do you got a card?
You're not going to call me anyway.
No, well, I asked you the question. I said, can you leave me a card?
Yeah.
And you said you was going to give me a card.
The fact that you're giving me that much resistance with like basic questions that if someone you just met that you would, you know, ask those kinds of questions, not personal stuff, just basic stuff.
Yeah.
It just makes me think that you just.
So you assume some.
It's my part of my job, man.
Yeah, it's part of your job. Well, let me give you some real.
My job is to read people.
Hey, let me tell you can't read no nigga. I'm a nigga. So listen. Hold on. Mother left me a card, right?
Yeah.
And guess what I used that card for? To get this side of this tree cut down because they left that card. Guess what I also used the card for?
What's that?
Somebody left a card over here before to fix the gate, and I used that card and called them for the gate.
So if I give you a card, you'll call me?
Not now.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah. No, I'm saying you just up because you don't know how to listen, bro.
It's all right.
Yeah, get the on, man.
Yeah.
God, bro, you ain't entitled to shit. You over here raising your voice at me. Hold on, you raising your voice at me in my neighborhood, bro. What the fuck you want to do? Because, hey, I've been looking to beat the out of somebody like you with a smart attitude, bro. So if you want to come, you want to run one? You want to run one? Talk about a tall black dude named Ant that play basketball. Yeah, I bet it is true. So big nigga. Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I want to do this video right here a little bit different today with the UPTV supporters. Some of y'all been locked in since day one. 8 years strong, been grinding it out with me. Then some came a little bit later, but I most definitely appreciate everybody that watched, subscribe, locked in with the platform. Whether you agree, disagree, anybody like, comment, you most definitely contributed to this platform getting where it's at today, and we keeping it rocking and rolling, and I ain't never taking any of y'all for granted. But I do like to have educational conversations sometime, and this one right here today is about human interaction, respect, customer service, and where we are at now with this in society today, where people will gaslight, overstep, disrespect boundaries, act like they're entitled, use word semantics, gaslight, and then try to bring the law into play and things of that nature when you never invite them into your space in the first place. Now, I put this video up right here, which it's way more that happened prior to this, but it got to that point where I said, I'm getting frustrated. I said, you know what, bro? Let me go and put this dude on camera because he's intentionally trying to play with me where I work at, in my office, under my shade tree, the offices of UPTV. This is my place of business. This is where I work at. This is one of my offices. You invite yourself into my office and then try to word semantic and run game on me. And I'm like, this is where we at today, where people don't respect boundaries at all. Now, it's several things that led up to this, but I seen them coming from down the street in this video right here, bro. And I'm like, all right, I already know the game with people who go door to door with sales. Now, he happened to be a roof inspector, and then he trying to give estimates to get people to get their roofs replaced in the neighborhood, which is, hey, that's your business. I respect jobs. I respect hustles. I respect the grind. That's just me. I'm not knocking that at all. But you got to learn how to respect the people who don't want to shop with you or do business with you. I peeped them coming from down the street, 2 houses down already. So I already knew how they was finna come with it. I've dealt with people like this before. I've dealt with door-to-door salesmen who you can just tell them no one time and they move around, they get it, okay? Then you got something to try to push a little bit. Then I've even dealt with aggressive ones, but this one took the cake today because dog was using the word semantics and the antics to try to gaslight me. Then he tried to play the race game in the very beginning, which I stayed composed after he used the race play. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to let it pass. But as he kept going, it got turned up. Now, I seen him and old girl coming down the street already. Now, I seen them. I said, all right, bro, they coming. I'm out here trying to work in my offices under my shade tree, Urban Politicians TV offices. I'm trying to work. I said, all right, I'm set up. I know they going to come interrupt this video. Let them come over here first, and then we'll get to it. they're stalling out. They're trying to feel me out from down the street. I'm already knowing the two neighbors ain't at the highest. They probably at work or gone. It's broad daylight. They gone right now because I know they schedule. I don't know their full schedules, but I just can tell when they home or not, or they probably out active, whatever. So I'm saying they got to come over here to me. They tried to wait it out and fill it out. They still went to the doors next to me and stuff. Then they finally eventually make their way over here. I already know they coming with it. Invites itself into Urban Politicians TV offices, which is under my shade tree, and then gets to talking to me. And I'm like, hey, bro, yeah, what's going on? He said, hey, man, I just in the neighborhood. We've been inspecting roofs, giving free estimates. And I said, hey, bro, yeah, I peeped that. I said, it's all good. I'm not interested in getting the roof done right now. I know it's some shingles that can be replaced. I'm going to get to it. But right now, I'm not focused on it. I'm not worried about it. You could just leave me a card, bro. And when I consider it, I'll probably get back with y'all. He could have just said no. He gave a little pushback on it. I said, all right, bro, I hear you. He talking about, well, yeah, man, we did one over there down the street. So I was checking yours out. I said, yeah, I know, bro. We good, though. We straight. Just leave me a card. He keeps on pushing. Then he asked me my name. And I said, bro, my name is Ant. You know what I'm saying? My name Ant. What's yours? Da-da-da-da. And I don't remember what he said. But I said, yeah, just leave me a card, bro. And everything going to be straight. Y'all know what he told me? Hey, I had a friend that played basketball that was black, and his name was Ant too, tall guy. And I said, you went there, didn't you? And I'm already like, this dude is playing in my face right now. Like, you really trying to force me to tell you no and get out of my yard right now, bro. But I'm trying to keep mistake composed and stay level-headed, but you did the wrong thing with me already when you took it to the race. Obviously, you knew I didn't want to get the roof done or inspect it at all. I'm like, bro, you're telling me it's free. It's not free, bro, because it's only free because you want me to spend money with you. So it's not really technically a free inspection. And you're on Urban Politicians TV time because you're stopping me from getting to work. So I'm losing money right now talking to you, brother. But whatever. I didn't even say that. I'm just thinking that in my head. He then goes into start asking personal questions, which he said he didn't ask personal questions. He starts saying, well, I told him I was good on everything. Well, do you own the home? That's not a personal question, bro. Then he starts saying, hey, well, how long do you know this area? How long you been in the neighborhood? Are you sure you own the home? And I'm like, bro, what is wrong with this dude? I said, look here, bro, everything good over here. Just leave the card and we straight. You know what I'm saying? Everything all right. He then goes in to say, well, look, we looked at these shingles over here, over there, whatever. I said, look, bro, I'm aware. I get what you got going on. Just leave me the card, bro, and we'll see what up. He then pulls out a notepad out of his bag and starts trying to, what's your name again? And this is when I start to lose it and start going up on him a little bit like, hey, bro, you're making me tell you 4 or 5 times in different ways no right now. I told you, leave the card and go on about your business, dog. Like, what do you got going on? So that's when I pull the phone out on him because he already threw me with the race stuff and I kept it cool after that. But then he keeps going into different ways to try to say it. I'm like, bro, why are you forcing me to tell you no? This is the gaslighting. This is the manipulating. This is the lack of respect for boundaries and human interaction today. So then I said, all right, bro, we good or whatever. He still wouldn't leave. So I said, you know what, dog? Pulled out the phone, and that's when he goes and gets his bag and all this. Then he tries to say on camera, man, I'm just asking general questions. I said, bro, leave the card, dog. That's what I've been asked you. Just leave a card. He then goes and say, well, you wasn't going to use the card. And I'm like, nope, you're wrong. Somebody just tried to buy one of my cars off of leaving a note, which can be seen as a card on the car note. Hey, do you want to sell this car? And I was going to sell them the car. You understand what I'm saying? From the yard where they left the note at. But I got rid of it with somebody else. But that's just letting it be known I've contacted people off of cards before. I've contacted a tree cutter back in the day off the card. I've contacted somebody who wanted to fix a gate. I've contacted dudes who want to do power washing and all this stuff off of a card that was left or them going door to door. But y'all don't be respecting boundaries. So then he gets into the word semantics and the antics. He's talking slick. Then I didn't catch it on camera where he kind of raises his voice a little bit. And then he keeps kind of going back and forth like, bro, I'm going to test you. I feel like I'm smarter than you. I feel like, hey, I'm not breaking the law or whatever. Fam, I didn't invite you in my yard. I don't have to answer to you in space. You're in my property. You're in my workplace. You're in my business and where I reside in. What in the world do you got going on right now? to feel entitled to stay in my yard, walk in my yard, when I made it very clear to you I was not interested. Then he's walking out saying slick stuff, and that's when I just turned up on him like, hey, bro, do you want to run one or something? Because I'm like, why are you getting loud with me or even getting aggressive or talking like you entitled to this in my front yard? And that be my thing with people trying to use the law. And there are a lot of white people who do that. They hide behind the law. They will weaponize the law in their favor, which, fam, you're in my yard. All that other stuff is other stuff. You and where I live at. But you felt like, hey, I'm smarter than this dude. Then you tell me you read me. You can't read me, bro. And you read incorrectly because I've called people off of business cards before. Respect boundaries, people. Learn how to talk to people that you want to see as potential customers. You're not going to make every sale, bro. You can't run game on everybody, dog. It is what it is. He thought he had me figured out. He over there just running his mouth and stuff. And it was finna get real out here because of the disrespect and where I lay my head at, bro. So I don't care. People in the comments was on my Instagram page. Oh, man, you overreacted. How am I overreacting in my space where somebody wasn't invited to? You invited yourself in. I showed you courtesy. After that, I continued to show courtesy after I felt disrespected. I kept it in my head and in my feelings like, hey, bro, I'm not for the trip out on dude because I just want him to get on. But you kept doing it and you left me no choice to have to go up on you. This is out of pocket and out of line, but this is the world we live in today, man. Learn to respect boundaries. I ain't knocking no job. I ain't knocking no hustle. I ain't knocking no grind when it come to you out here really trying to get it in, how you got to get it in. But you still got to have respect for people, especially in their place, especially on their property. It ain't no negotiations for respect at all, bro. This is why I grind at. This is why I work at. This is why I do my stuff at. You can't come over here and tell me how to feel about something in my own place that you wasn't invited in. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. And I need this to be clear. Respect is non-negotiable. I don't know where we get this at in this world today where people act like you got to negotiate respect. No, if you disrespect, get on. I don't want to talk to you. And if you choose to stay in front of me and keep gaslighting and disrespecting, you're trying to take it to another level and really put the law in your favor because you want me to crash out on you. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.